It's vintage variation that is one of the things that makes Bordeaux stand out in the wine world. And you've got some interesting vintages in the tasting, 2006, 2011. I mean, these are vintages that were to some extent overshadowed by some of those around them, 5, 9, 10. But how are they looking now, 10, 12 years down the road?
They're beautiful. I love these two vintages. And to me, they are very similar. I really think of 2011 stylistically as a repeat of 2006 with more finesse and more precision. But as you said, these vintages were overshadowed, and I mean, that's just the way that it is. I don't think there's anything we can do to prevent a vintage following a glorious one not to be overshadowed. Because 6 is not as good as 5 and 11 is not as good as 10. But if you take 5 and 10 away from the table, you're left with two really stylish, truly Bordelais vintages that I personally like very much.
I think you have the Coste d'Estournel 2006.
Yes, absolutely. And we have Coste 2006, we have Figeac 2011, Rosensigler 2011. We're also showing Halmer 2006, which will have an ex-chateau release next week. We're also showing Les Forts de la Tour 2010, which will have an ex-chateau release next week. And we're also showing the 2015 Chateau d'Yquem, which has not been released yet, and which will be released next week as well. So it's very much focused on new releases, either ex-chateau or primary releases like the D'Yquem or the Beyond Bordeaux wines, but we're also showing wines from our cellars that will be appealing to consumers for the Christmas season.
There's so much focus on primeur, the April trade tastings, the May-June campaign, and all of that. Is Bordeaux getting more sophisticated in the kind of releases that you're talking about, pacing it through the year, doing it differently, trying to keep the market interested in different aspects of these back vintages?
Yeah, the clear answer is yes. En primeur is still major, and I don't see en primeur going away. However, things change, and we all need to adapt to change. And yes, there is still interest, genuine interest in en primeur, but there's also at the same time growing interest for vintages that are ready to drink, and we see collectors, consumers excited about en primeur, but also buying a bottle of Palmer 2006 now that they know has been kept in perfect condition and that they can have now. So there really is interest in both, and I think that's one of the strengths of Bordeaux, to be able to play on both fronts.